Zill had never wanted to serve on a human ship. The Stalwart Hope wasn't just a posting. It was a daily test of endurance for a Zerlin like them. Back home on Zeri Prime, life was quiet and private. Meals were solitary, taken behind closed doors where no one had to see the unglamorous act of eating. Here the humans packed into a noisy room they called the mess hall, laughing and yelling over plates heaped with steaming food. The air carried sharp whiffs of charred meat and a strange biting scent they called garlic, which stung Zill's nasal slits. Every clank of a tray or burst of laughter made their frilled ears twitch in irritation. The ship itself offered no relief. Zerlin vessels had soft, sound-absorbing floors that felt like walking on a whisper. On the Stalwart Hope, the deck plates were cold, hard sheets of cheap iron alloy, ringing with every step. Zill's clawed feet throbbed by shift's end, and the endless clang, clang, clang of human boots gnawed at their patience. Worst of all were the alarms. Human alarms didn't just announce trouble, they attacked. Screeching klaxons, flashing lights, and vibrations that rattled Zill's sound-sensitive plates until their whole body buzzed with discomfort. The humans said it was to guarantee a reaction, but Zill suspected they thrived on the racket. There were alarms for battles, rare, thankfully, reactor surges, gravity shifts, even a chirpy tone at dawn that felt like a personal insult. Training had taught Zill to breathe through the urge to curl up and hide, but it was a battle they didn't always win. Today was different. Zill was halfway to the greenhouse, their haven of damp soil and rustling leaves, when a new alarm ripped through the ship. This wasn't the usual clamor. It was a sharp, high trill woven with a wavering mid-tone and a low, brassy hum that set Zill's plates thrumming uneasily. Their instinct screamed danger, and for once they didn't disagree. Around them, humans dropped everything. Tools, data pads, even a sandwich that hit the deck with a wet splat, and ran. Zill's hearts pounded as they joined the rush, their long legs struggling to keep up. It was the fire alarm. Fire in space was a killer, a quiet menace that could devour a ship before anyone noticed. Zill had seen the training hollows, oxygen vanishing, hulls buckling, crews gasping in smoke. The humans took it seriously, and Zill couldn't blame them. They skidded into their assigned station, a maintenance junction near the port side hydrogen lines. Tanner, the deck chief, was already there, his wide face shiny with sweat as he pried open a locker. "Zill, first on deck. Nice work, bud." Tanner grinned, all teeth and crinkled eyes, tossing Zill a bundle of gear. "Suit up." Zill caught it clumsily, claws fumbling with the thick fabric. The firefighting suit was a marvel, designed with Zerlin input to fit their segmented frame. It wasn't sleek like a spacesuit, but a heavy, heat-resistant shell. Oxygen tanks strapped to their legs, a nod to Zerlin builds, and the helmet blasted their face with cool air as they locked it on. Their frilled feelers flapped in the breeze, and Zill winced. Humans loved their air loud and plentiful. Tanner, now geared up, shoved something into Zill's hands, a broom. Zill stared at it, the oddity piercing their growing panic. "Tanner, why am I holding a broom?" "Hydrogen fire," Tanner said, grabbing his own broom with ease. "Invisible, no smell. We don't know where it's at yet." Zill's hind legs twitched, an old reflex begging them to leap away. They forced it down, voice climbing. "Invisible? You don't know? What about sensors?" "Sensors glitch with hydrogen," Tanner said, starting down the hall. "We sweep. Broom lights up. We've got it. Simple and sure." He angled his broom toward the wall and shifted Zill's to point outward. Behind them, Lila and Jackson joined, brooms out like ridiculous spears. Zill followed, half-stunned. "We're walking into a fire we can't see, waiting for a stick to catch?" "Yep." Tanner's tone was annoyingly bright. "Better than guessing and frying." They moved in tense quiet, the alarm silenced, but red light still pulsing. Zill's broom shook slightly in their grip, its straw bristles a flimsy guard against an unseen threat. Tanner hummed a tune, something about Sweet Home, while Lila grumbled about maintenance slacking. Jackson, a lean kid with a scar on his cheek, kept sneaking looks at Zill like he thought they'd run. They turned a corner and met another team coming the other way. Zill's eyes caught on a broom in the group just as it flared up. Orange flames licked the straw, greasy and vivid, and the handler yelped, dropping it. "Found it!" someone yelled. Tanner signaled command, and pressure doors crashed down with a jarring thud, sealing the section. Lila bolted to a wall cabinet, pulling an extinguisher, while Zill lurched toward the hissing pipe. Their helmet's display lit up a label. H2 line, west 56.7, port side, aft of valve 6769. They hit their comm, voice firm despite the rush. H2 line, 56.7, port side, just aft of valve 6769, they snapped. Copy, crackled the reply. Machinery groaned, and the hiss faded as the line closed off. All that remained was the charred broom, a faint smoky bite, and extinguisher foam pooling on the deck. Tanner clapped his hands, grinning through his visor. "Damn fine work, Zill. Saved our hides again." He stopped short of a pat, chuckling awkwardly. "You're getting this down." Zill popped their helmet, the air blast cutting off. "Brooms," they muttered, torn between disbelief and a flicker of amusement. "You humans are unhinged." "Simple's best," Tanner said, winking. "Fancy stuff fails. Brooms don't." He nodded down the hall. "Come on, maintenance has it now. Greenhouse awaits." As they walked back, Zill glanced at the burnt broom, then at Tanner's easy gait and Lila's tired smirk. Humans were loud, wild, and baffling, but they'd built a ship that kept everyone breathing, quirks and all. Maybe, Zill thought, there was something worth respecting in that chaos.